Did you know that skin aging and the speed of skin aging is interrelated, highly linked to the health of the bacteria in your gut? And while very often I've talked about the necessity of keeping the microbiome on the outside of the skin, the bacteria, the living bacteria on the outside of the skin in healthy shape, today I want to talk about gut microbiome because it is one of those things that when it's out of whack can most definitely cause a myriad of skin issues. Everything from acne, rosacea, eczema, flare-ups, to speeding up the signs of aging. So today I want to share with you some simple things you can do to fix this problem, and they can be just as close at hand as your own refrigerator. So first, hello, welcome back. I'm really glad you guys tuned into this video today. Now, if you happen to be new to my channel and you have no clue who I am, I'm Chris Gibson, a skincare expert of 38 years. I'm also a well-known holistic health coach. And it is from that background that we're going to be pulling some information today to help you get that gut microbiome working for you, helping to give you some of the best looking skin you've probably ever had in your life. Now, I first learned about the importance of gut bacteria long ago in my 20s because I had a severe case of cystic acne that was just pretty much incurable. Nothing seemed to work, no drug, no antibiotic, and I was on a lot of antibiotics. And because of that, it created a vicious cycle where my gut bacteria had pretty much been destroyed. So I had to learn about how to replace it, rebuild it. And once I was able to do that, I no longer had those skin issues that I had been battling for so many years. And we now know that that same type of imbalance leads to inflammation and oxidative stress in your physical skin cells, creating premature skin cell death, degradation of the DNA mapping that helps you produce healthy cells that live longer, even supporting your skin's protective barrier and protecting it from the damaging effects of the sun. All of this greatly impacted by that gut microbiome. Now, outside of unaddressed antibiotic use, an unhealthy diet, one high in sugar, which tends to lead to more yeast in your gut, which actually leads to crowding out the good bacteria you need to be healthy. The addition of processed foods, buildup of toxins in your intestinal tract, all of these directly related to collagen levels in your skin, how healthy the elastin fibers remain in your skin. And I believe that learning about all of this in my 20s and keeping my gut microbiome in check all of these years, especially after rounds of any type of antibiotics, have played a key role in keeping my skin looking like this at 61. So now let's get to what you can do to help improve your microbiome, obviously changing out some of your diet. If you have a diet high in processed foods and refined sugar, cutting much of that type of food out of your diet can be a great help. Making sure that your diet contains plenty of fiber to keep things moving along, and the addition of the correct type of probiotics, prebiotics, and postbiotics in the form of supplementation, which of course is what I do. And this is much easier than you would think. For instance, anytime that I have to be on any type of antibiotic, I am also taking a pre and probiotic, especially designed to be used with antibiotics to replace that good bacteria that the antibiotics are killing off, as well as the bad bacteria. This one by Culturelle, it's a really great brand. I'll link to it down below in the video description box. You can find it for yourself. But if you're a person who's had a lot of unaddressed antibiotic use where you've been on them and not replaced that good gut bacteria, I highly recommend you check a product like this out. There are many out there. This one just happens to be my favorite. I've had the most experience with it and the best results. And then beyond that, having a daily dose of prebiotics or probiotics. I take these in the form of a dietary supplement as gummies that are just easy for me to ingest. And I also include yogurt or specially designed sugar-free yogurts like this one by Activia that contains a high dose, billions of probiotics. By doing all of these things, I ensure that my skin is in tip-top shape from the inside out. Not to mention that I don't deal with digestive problems, helping to shore up the strength of my skin barrier, protecting myself from the damaging effects of the sun, and that all-important factor of reducing overall inflammation. And of course, when it comes to what you're addressing with your skin, especially antibiotic use, there are specific strains that you want to make sure you're incorporating. Rather than go through all of those and make this very confusing, I'm just going to simply list recommended products that have these below in the video description description box and what overall skin health and issues they actually address. So just be sure and check that list out down below. And for even more ways to roll back the clock on skin and body aging, be sure to check out this video I picked out for you next. As always, thank you guys so much for joining the channel and supporting my work. I appreciate you. Stay beautiful, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you over on that next video.